Hey, what's up, folks? Another day, another dollar. Welcome back to the Casting Couch. We are your co-hosts, Kennedy Scribecast, or Ray, Johnny Crown, and Ray Johnson. We are
Let's
going to
go.
get straight into the mix. Our first top 5 today is top 5 black actresses of all time. Right, of all time. So that's just we're gonna go from like Hattie McDaniels all the way through. Everybody is fair game until now. Top 5
Yay.
black actors of all time. That's tough. I'm gonna kick us off. All right. Number 1, I gotta go Viola Davis. I feel like that's like it should be indisputable on that one. So I'm gonna go Viola Davis. Okay, you know what? Let me back up. All right, so let's be on the same page. Are we talking about acting or are we talking about like overall body of work? That
I
like
think
what is the
overall,
criteria?
I think overall, let's go overall because just acting alone is limited.
What do
It's
you
so-
mean
it,
acting alone? Like
Like
acting
so like
alone
okay,
is the body
who
of
is
work,
it?
right?
No, no, no.
I'm
That's
gonna
because
say why. I'm gonna say why because I
okay.
got my own. I'm gonna go. I'm because some actresses. Well, just finish your list. That way we don't kind of
Okay, all
intermingle.
right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, so mine is based off of pure acting talent because I
Okay.
feel here's why.
Okay.
I feel like it's hard for black women, especially depending on what era, when it comes to like
Mhm.
getting booked, right? So I'm just gonna go off of when we saw their best performance, right? I'm judging who is the better actress, like who makes me believe them in a role the most, regardless of what the role is. That's my list, right? So that being said, Viola
Viola
Davis.
Davis.
Yeah, Viola Davis is one.
No, no, no. Are we ranking? Are you ranking them or are you just
I'm
saying
ranking.
five?
I'm
Oh,
ranking. Now some
so
of them
that's
might
number
blur the
one.
Oh,
lines. But I'm ranking like my number one. And first of all, if you're
So
top five,
Viola's number one.
she's number one. And I feel like it's
Okay.
undisputable. I feel like I could throw
Okay.
anything. I could throw a book in Viola, and I'm gonna believe whatever the hell character she picks up. Right. So I'm number one. I'm gonna do it's tough. Maybe Alfred Woodrow, like Woodrow. I think that's how you say her
Oh,
name. Yes,
Woodward. Yeah,
Woodward.
Woodward.
Is
I
it?
think it's Wood.
Yeah, yeah. I think let's
Alfred.
Alfred
Alf.
Woodward.
Yeah, let me get it
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Woodward. Woodward.
Okay,
Yeah,
Woodward.
Woodward.
Okay, so Viola Davis, Alfred Woodward is my number 2. Then I'm gonna have to do Kerry Washington might be in there. I'm gonna throw her in there.
Okay.
And this could have went either one. No, my number 3 and 4 could have went either way. I'm gonna go Regina King. She's gonna be in there for 4. And then my 5, my 5 is gonna be tough. I don't even know because there's so many people. It's so many people.
It is.
It's so many people. I gotta think. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm very tripping. Angela Bassett could have very well. Anybody could have been 2 or 3. Angela Bassett could have been 2 or 3 for me.
I
So
was
I'm sorry.
wondering what was going
Yeah,
on
I'm
with you.
tripping. I'm tripping. Let me back up.
Yeah.
Actually, let me redo. Let me redo. Let me redo the order
Redo
so
it.
I can get the
Redo
order right.
it.
Let me just redo
Redo.
the order. So Viola Davis is 1.
Okay.
Angela Bassett is 2. Right.
Hmm.
Then I'm gonna go Alfred Woodrow. I'm gonna go Kerry Washington. No, I'm gonna go Regina. I'm gonna go Regina King, and then Kerry Washington 5. That's my top 5. And now I will go to Ray Nance.
Just off, you know, growing up and loving this person, Holly Berry won for me. Like,
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
not,
so what is
I
your
just,
category based off of though?
I don't care. She's a great actress. So it
Okay,
don't
so
matter.
you're just
She's,
so all right, cool. It's not
she's a great
necessarily just
actress.
acting
She don't
ability though. It's just like
have an
everything.
Academy Award
Okay,
too.
okay. She has.
There's,
She has.
yes. So
Okay.
Holly Berry, first and foremost, number one.
Okay.
Uh, I probably have to go Viola too. You know what I mean? Just because, she's a great actress and her body of work as well. You know what I mean? 3, yeah, probably got to do Angela Bassett there because that 2-3 can, you
It could
know,
go yeah.
yeah, it can go either way. For me, my one is set because my one is my one. You know what I mean? 4, I think a lot of her work is still like coming, but she's still that chick. But Taraji for me, like I
Okay, you
liked a
can
lot
do
of,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I liked a lot of what she have done so far, but I can still see a lot because I actually wanted to put Cicely Tyson in there because when we saw Cicely was old and she was still handling her business. You know what I'm
Cicely
saying?
should have
As
been in the
grandma.
top 5. Yeah, Cicely should
Yes.
have been in the top 5. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
that because my number 5 is another one of my people. That's my mama. You know what I'm saying? Felicia Rashad. This is mama. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's mama. So that's if I ever make it to a point where I could be like, I could pick my mama. Oh yeah, that's my mama in my movie. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
that's
it.
that's
You know what I'm
tough.
saying?
I feel like this is one of the hardest things ever though to do. This
It
is even
is.
to me, this is even harder than doing black
We
men
got we
actors.
got we got Johnny over there right now. Like, let me see what I'm gonna
Yeah,
let
'cause
me
y'all
get my
messing up
order
my
in.
list. So I gotta come with a whole new
No, you gotta go
list.
off the top. Man, we went straight off the top of the head.
Like
Nah, you
I'm
gotta go,
canceling
bro.
off the top, because see, off the top, where I was gonna go, since I said off the top was everything that y'all said. Honestly,
Okay.
but I can't list them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
me
Okay.
neither, but
I
yeah,
It's
I
can't
get
hard
list
you.
to
them.
it's hard to rank. It's hard, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
just who's
hard.
in your top 5?
I can't
Yeah.
rank them. But if I will do what I feel should be done, I will say I want to add the full spectrum of entertainment in there. So I'm gonna go with
Okay.
Queen Latifah.
I mean, see, if you open it up like that, yeah,
Go
yeah.
with
I
Janelle Monáe.
don't know
Cause
about
look,
that one. I don't know about
she's so underrated, like in the acting space. But she's the
She
but
is.
anyway,
But not enough work
She's
though.
not
talented.
enough
She's
work though.
talented, but just not enough work. That was my only
Not
argument, was
enough
just
work
not
though.
enough. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I agree with
Mm.
you, Johnny, but just not enough work. You know what
okay.
I mean? Yeah.
Zendaya.
She's good.
Zendaya, that's what that like
Zendaya.
Zendaya,
You know,
yeah,
you can't
Zendaya,
leave
yeah.
Zendaya.
got some shit going
No,
on.
Zendaya cold. Zendaya is
Yeah,
for
she cold.
sure cold.
What was the
And like
one? Euphoria or some shit like that?
Euphoria,
Yeah, I
Euphoria was,
watched a couple episodes of that. I was like, oh shit,
and then
like
Yeah,
have you guys seen
exactly.
Dune?
Killed it.
Dune is crazy. Dune is tough.
Yeah,
Dune.
Dune is. You
Dune.
know, I'm a super
You are
sci-fi.
sci-fi, so just like Dune is
I have to see that.
tough.
So
She's
Zendaya killed that.
underestimated. To me,
Killed
she's
that.
underrated as an actress. Zendaya's
Yes, she is.
underrated as an actress. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Okay, and then what was I? Was that my fourth one?
Queen Latifah, Janelle Monáe, Zendaya. That's what you said. Those 3.
Tiana Taylor. Y'all sleeping on Tiana Taylor.
No, she's talented, but if I can't put you top 5 because not enough work. Like compared to
Yeah,
like
like,
Queen Latifah, we've seen Queen Latifah in like 10 films.
But look,
Like
and then the
reason why I have
Equalizer
to
at least
pull out,
get
I
Queen
have to
Latifah
pull
there.
out these guns because y'all pulled out the biggest guns ever.
It's
And
still
it
a lot of
was a way
actresses
for
we
me
didn't
to.
name though.
What'd you say?
yeah,
It's
we
it's
still
still a lot. Sanaa Lathan, Vivica,
Yeah, I mean,
Regina Hall.
Octavia.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Gabrielle.
But
Like,
I
you
wanted
know what I
to.
mean?
I purposely picked a
Dude.
niche. You know
Oh,
what I
No,
mean?
listen,
go ahead.
no,
Finish your 5. Finish
I
your 5.
purposely
Finish your
yeah.
picked
5,
a
and I got
niche.
something to
And
say.
the last person I'll pick in that niche that does music is, and this might sound real controversial, but I gotta say it. I'm sorry.
It's
I
like, I
gotta
got
say
you.
it. Yeah,
It's
because you know what? It's one of those kind of curveballs that even if I say it, y'all won't even expect it coming. So I'm just gonna say it. I'll
I
say,
was gonna say Fantasia or something.
nope. I was gonna say Halle Bailey.
No, that's not that. No, that's not far fetched. That's
That's
if
not
you're talking
far
about,
fetched.
that's not far fetched. If
She
you're talking
killed
about
the
actresses,
mermaid part.
yeah, yeah, the Little
Did
Mermaid
she
is
have
cold.
Did she
Little
have a scene
Mermaid.
with Damson?
No,
Idris.
that was Chloe.
That was
That was
Chloe.
Chloe. That was Chloe.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
Chloe. That was Chloe.
No, that's not. I like your list. I like your list is very much the niche top 5. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it the niche top 5 for sure. Zendaya's not a niche though. She's like $100 million films. But
Yeah,
yes,
Zendaya's not.
Yeah, she's not.
And top 5 TV shows type shit. You know.
Yeah.
yeah. If we would have said TV, then like yeah, this a whole nother. Felicia Rashad is in there with
Actresses,
TV.
actresses.
But yeah,
Actresses is
Yeah,
actresses. We can't.
yeah.
We didn't say we was doing film or TV. We just named
That
actresses.
part.
You
We
know what
said
I mean?
yeah. It's so many great black women actresses to the point where like we could literally did a whole show off of just black female actresses, and then talked about like people who were like just heavily underrated. And there's like, we're talking about, because there's a lot of people who are number 2 or 3 on the call sheet that just like murk every scene. Or like, to me, Lupita hasn't had that many films, right? But like, she won an Oscar off of like 9 minutes in 12 Years a Slave. And like, I tell you what I remember from 12 Years a Slave was her scene. I couldn't tell you the storyline of that actual film, right? Like that
Right,
part.
right.
I mean, there's so many actresses who will snatch a scene like that. My underrated person I was gonna say is Kimberly Elise, who, if you guys don't know,
Yeah,
she was in Set It
Yes.
Off. Like,
Yes.
yeah,
her tears, when her
Yes.
tears drop,
yeah.
she got the crocodile. Just, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
You know who
like,
else though? Vanessa Williams, not the singer Vanessa Williams,
We
but
know
the
who you
other
talking about when you
Vanessa
said Vanessa
yeah,
Williams.
Williams.
yeah, other Vanessa
Yeah,
Williams.
We know who you
Um,
talking about.
yeah.
we could even say
And
Vivica
one of
Fox. We could even say Vivica Fox is
that's
her body of
that's
work.
Yeah,
Her
absolutely.
is
her body of
yeah,
work is crazy.
hands
Like,
down.
you're Loretta Devine,
Loretta
crazy.
Ooh,
Octavia
Loretta
Spencer.
Devine.
Octavia
You said
I
Spencer.
what?
said Octavia. Yeah, I
Octavia
named her.
Spencer.
Spencer.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
Have
mean?
you guys
yeah.
seen her show on it's on Apple TV. If you haven't, you should watch it. It's really good.
I seen
It's
it.
like
I
a
saw one episode. Fire.
yeah, it's like a crime investigative. It's
Yeah,
like her version of How to Get Away with Murder. That's probably the
yeah.
best way to say it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so
I
many
would
to the
say it that
point.
way too.
She's another person I ran into. She's very sweet, very nice. Like normal people,
Everybody says that about
you know what I
her.
mean?
Yeah.
Normal people
Yeah.
type energy, you know what I mean? Like not no ego, nothing. Just normal people. Like, you know.
Usually the most talented people are, though. Like, you
Yeah,
notice
yeah.
that? Like,
Hey,
they're
I got
usually the
one we
most.
didn't name.
Yeah, because they know it's a
Who?
gift from God. So they carry it with honor and with love and with light, you know what I mean? And
That
yeah,
part.
but yeah.
Who you got, Gray?
Whitfield.
Yeah, Lynn
Oh,
Whitfield, yeah.
yes. Yeah.
She was on the
She's
shot.
just
I can't believe I let her slip
Yeah.
my
she
mind
was,
like that.
to me,
Like,
she would have definitely been like, if we would have did top 15, right? Like top 10, top 15, there would have been like, it would have been
mhm.
easy. We'd have been like, boom, 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 boom. So
Yeah.
highly underrated. All right, well, we can talk about that forever. Our next topic.
But before you jump off, let me give one more like shout out because it just came to me. And it's within that niche is Brandy.
She's underrated as an actress. She's
You
for
know what
sure
I'm saying?
underrated
Who
as
we
an
say,
actress.
Brandy?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. She underrated.
I love me some Brandy, but I don't know about that one. I
Moesha
like
alone. No,
What you
Moesha
say,
alone
Brandy.
is
You
Brandy.
grew up watching Moesha?
Brandy has a top 5 song. One when it comes to R&B, sitting up in my room is
Yeah.
top 5 to me. I love Brandy like
I mean,
that.
all that. I
but
want to
don't
be
know
Dan. I
about
mean, she
that
got all
on
that
that
on lock. Yeah.
she got hits, but as an actress, Moesha did wonders for our generation.
Yeah.
Like, we
Yeah.
grew up
Moesha
on
was
Moesha.
very
Like,
positive. It was like
mhm,
at the time, like a
mhm.
lot of young girls were like
What about
normal.
Nia Long? Ooh.
Neil Long.
Why? Okay, I kind of
Me
Googled
alone.
black actresses, right? I love this girl. I love Colombiana. But Zoe
No,
Zandalia,
you
and she
can't do
is
it.
Spanish.
But she claims
Hispanic.
she claims Afro Latina. She
She
claims Afro
is
Latina.
Afro Latina.
Max.
But
And you're
why is
still
she on
black.
the list
We're
with
not doing
black
that. You're still
actresses?
black.
Max.
Here's how I know. My best friend is Afro
Jennifer
Latina.
Lopez.
No, that's not the same. Afro
J-Lo.
Latinas are still black. My best friend is Panamanian, and they very much have Latin culture.
J-Lo
She's
is Puerto
fluent.
Rican.
She's
Listen,
fluent in
Afro
Spanish.
itself means black. You
It
know what
means
I'm
black.
saying?
She's Afro Latina. Zoe
Afro,
Saldana,
that Afro, Puerto Rican, Cuban, and Dominicans are most definitely Afro
but they don't
black.
claim it. My thing is, if
Yes,
somebody,
they
if
do
a
in Chicago. They do. I'll
okay,
take you
well,
that
maybe
much.
they do, right? So maybe they do, right? But if somebody claims Afro Latina, I'm gonna let
I'm sure
you,
in New
'cause you,
York they do too. Because Fat
if
Joe
you
and Jennifer
identify as
Lopez say
black,
nigga.
I mean, only a couple of people understand the black struggle and want to be a part of it. Everybody else
mhm.
would rather associate with the other side because they feel like there's a class ruling where they want to fit in a higher class. And as far as the black struggle, it makes them fit in a lower class. So they'll rather just dismiss it and say,
I
we're
agree.
not that.
Yeah, but you got to be in a higher class than black then to say that. Like, you can't be below us and
course,
say they want
but
to be in higher
Of course,
class.
but they don't. That's the knowledge that they don't have,
yeah.
and
If
that's the
somebody
ignorance
claims
they
black,
choose to embrace. You feel me? That's the ignorance that they choose to embrace, and we see it, and it's clear as day. And we don't care about them people. We just look away from them like whatever.
they not. First of all, the white people are not accepting you, so I don't understand why you're doing this.
Exactly.
But beyond that, like it doesn't matter. You're still other to them. You're gonna
Exactly.
still be
Still
so
other to
other
them.
to them. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But like, if somebody claims black and is a person of melanin, right? Like, I'm gonna let you do that. So I'm gonna classify Zoe Saldana is a black actress because she claims that. She's also a Latina actress because she claims that, and she has played black roles too. She's been
Most
in our
definitely.
yeah, that
Them
part.
took a yeah.
The
And she's
ambiguity.
cold.
She's cold blooded. I love Colombiana. That's one of
Yeah,
my
she's dope.
Colombiana is literally one of my favorite films of all
yes.
time.
After
Like,
Salt on a woman's level, after Salt is
yes,
Colombiana.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
You know what I'm
Colombiana.
saying?
Yeah,
Yes.
that part.
I
And
love
then
that shit. I could watch that shit over and over and
over
over
and
and
over
over
and
and
over
over.
again. Yep. And then
Yes.
Anything away from your talent, you know what I'm saying? Your talent is your
yeah, that
talent.
part.
But you are who you are, though. You know what I mean? So you
Yeah.
can't change that by using some words to. You can't, on an application because you light skin. You can't go in there and be like, nah, I'm Caucasian.
Hey, Taraji got a dope one too. That's up like that.
Proud Mary, right? It was
Proud
in Proud
Mary.
Mary.
Proud
Proud
Mary.
Mary
Yeah.
was good.
Proud
Mary.
Mary. That was my shit. That's my
We
shit.
could
I
do a
love
whole
that shit
episode
too.
on Taraji though. We could literally we could go through her whole catalog and be like, boom, boom, boom. Like she has some
Yeah.
sleeper films that people just don't know about. Everybody talks
Exactly.
about like her. To me, everybody talks about obviously like Benjamin Button, right, or like some of these other like more commercial films. Her best films to me are like either her pop-ins where she was like number 2 or 3 on the call sheet, right, or like her
Okay.
Proud Marys. Where like if you knew, you went to the theater and you saw it and you was like, "Ooh, this was good." Proud Mary was a Will Packer. People don't know that.
That Will Packer, yeah.
That was a Will Packer
Hey,
film.
but where did the Salt and I know they had strong women films back then, but Salt, Colombiana, Proud Mary, I look at that like Foxy Brown kicked that shit off. You know what I'm
That
saying?
part. Why
Yeah.
don't we? Yes. We gotta get
Pam
Fox. We
Grier.
gotta show Foxy Brown some love.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Like that, but that was a whole era. I forgot what it was called, and I'm sorry that I forgot what it was called. It was a
Black
whole era.
exploitation. I tell
There
you
we
what it's
go.
called.
Black
But yeah,
exploitation.
black
Because goddamn
exploitation.
it,
Yes.
Sanford and Son fell into that for me. 'Cause I don't really like Sanford and Son. I'll watch it, but I feel like it fell into that for TV. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Okay.
pushed that. But Red Fox was that guy. He from Chicago. His mama actually dated Al Capone.
Oh wow.
That's
He
crazy.
got on a train and took the train to where the fucking train stopped and ended up stopping in New York or some shit. And he got off. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's
Like I'm talking about the old school train, the one with
the
that
choo
people be
choo.
robbing now.
The
Yeah, the choo choo. You know what I'm saying? He got on that.
You know that choo choo is wild. Like what?
Choo choo, choo choo. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's Red Fox story, bro. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
No, that is. But like we probably should do a whole. We should do a whole episode on black exploitation, like that era, like of films. We should probably do that.
We could
should
do
choose
do a little homework on it. 'Cause I got
we should use like 2 to 3 films. Let's figure out 2 to 3 films, and then we might even be able to find somebody in those.
I'm gonna get you, sucker. Is that what?
Stick it to them. You know what I mean?
Thinking Shaft was the prime black exploitation. Yes,
Shaft?
yeah.
Yes.
Shaft.
Shaft.
That part. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
This
let's
Samuel L. Jackson
segue.
bring it back.
That part. Let's segue. Next thing we talk about is Netflix versus Tubi. So the question is, which one is better? Well, the reason why, so let's back up. Netflix is considered still the number 1 streaming platform for films, right? Right. Tubi isn't in that category yet, even though it's becoming that because of viewership. It's just not viewed that way by the masses as the number 1. It's actually viewed maybe by some people as one of the bottom tier streaming platforms, right? From a business standpoint, because there's 2 parts to this question. From a business standpoint, Netflix is mainly SVOD, meaning like you have a subscription and then you get access, right, to a catalog, right? So you have to pay. There's no free version of Netflix. Netflix, right? Tubi, there's a free version of Tubi for everyone, and then you watch ads. If you want to get rid of the ads, then you can pay for a subscription. So everybody's on the same page with what the platform is, right?
Mhm.
Netflix has original content that they produce and they make. They have like big, large films like The Irishman with Robert De Niro, right? They don't really do a lot of independent, small scale films, right? Tubi now has original series and films. Some of them are independent, whether it's black, white, whatever, they're independent level. And then now they're getting into like higher production and doing stuff with big, like, influencers like Mr. Beast, right? So, just totally opposite in the spectrum. The question is, which one is better for the viewer, right? And why? And which one is better for the filmmaker and why? I'm going to start with Johnny this time because we started with Ray last time.
Which
Netflix
one is
versus
better?
Tubi.
Which one is Netflix versus Tubi? Honestly, for me, I say that in order for us to even do this comparison, we got to go back to the genesis of each of them. Now, Netflix started from what? What was it? Redbox or what was it? Blockbuster?
So Netflix, oddly enough, a lot
Netflix.
of people don't know the owner of Netflix is actually married to a black woman, right? So I'm gonna give you the context of it, right? So Netflix started because they were trying to compete with Blockbuster. Blockbuster,
Buster.
everybody knows, in all the video stores, you went into the store for our younger
Store.
generation. You
Exactly.
went into the
Went to
store,
the store.
you rented the video for a
Yep.
period of time,
VHS.
V8
Exactly.
or DVD, VHS, DVD.
Wait, VHS first.
Exactly.
You came back home, you watched it, and then you had
You
to
better take it
return
back in 3 days.
Right.
that part, right? So that's what that format was, right?
Exactly.
You could buy from there too if you wanted
Wow.
to, right? But people
Yep,
Right.
you
don't
could
know
buy
that.
them.
That part.
Yeah.
Okay, so then their competitor, and I'm gonna go to that, right? What happened was Redbox became the next thing. Redbox was a literal vending machine box
Bring
Exactly.
box
that you press the
at
button and
CVS.
at
Exactly.
CVS, and then you rented it and you got the thing, right? You went back home and returned it. And then came Netflix. So Netflix, right, how they
Exactly.
started off is you would go online, you would order and they would mail you, right, the
Right.
the film, and then it came
Exactly.
back. Netflix was one of the first, if not the first, then it became one of the first streaming platforms,
Okay.
meaning that
Cool.
you paid a subscription and then, here we are now. But that was
Boom.
the context.
So that was explained like super great. And why I was saying this was because Netflix had those two competitors and they dashed them. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about 1,000 miles dash. You know what I'm saying? Overnight. And we never heard from them since then. Well, I do see some red boxes, but I think it's for probably video games. And I thought I
I don't
saw
even know
one.
what's in them now. Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I don't even know what's in them now. I
Yeah,
see them too. It's
whatever.
still at CVS too. That's the
You know
You
what I
can
crazy
catch
mean?
part.
them in the hood. Now you can still catch them in the hood.
You know what I'm saying?
They really be there at the
I know what's
7-Eleven.
in them. I know what's in them roaches and rodents. You know what I mean? That's what's in them.
Hey, yeah, they dust them
You
because
know,
they went straight online. You
you
don't
know what I
need
mean?
that. Go
And
pull up
so
nowhere.
and so
That
the
Grab
part.
your remote and you got it.
you
You
know what I
know.
mean?
Mhm.
And so the question is, and you know, all that with the event of us having these smart TVs,
Hmm.
it
That
was
also happened.
it
That
was no
yes.
competition after that. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you gotta learn how to like adapt to the times. And that's with everything, you know what I'm saying, right now. And I feel as if what Netflix did was also when they started to create their own movies and they started building like I don't know if you've seen the studios and I mean all over now, like the one in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? They
Mhm.
got these huge buildings, you know what I'm saying? And I'm hearing they buying another one and I don't know if it's Jersey or one of these places. You know what I mean? Like they keep on building and growing. And so it's like, how do you compete with a, you know what I'm saying, a studio like that? You know what I mean? When they building their own, they don't even need like the Paramounts or the Sonys. They don't even really need them no more. You know what I mean? Yes, you could probably provide them with stuff, and they might, and they have to choose to see if they want it on their platform. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Now, for independence, what I've noticed for Netflix, they take in a lot of independence, but you gotta like really have your ducks in a row and probably know somebody that's inside that, you know what I'm saying, the office and all that stuff. And you would know better, you know what I'm saying? I feel as if it's helped a lot of independent 'cause I've watched a lot of independent movies on there. Take a lot of like Bollywood and Nollywood is what I
They take
noticed. Like
those. They're
a
not doing
lot.
American independence,
They're
though.
not
They're
doing
doing
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
American
internet
independent.
they're
And I
doing a
think
lot of international ones.
and I think that's because if you look at the crowd of those particular places, they have like nations that listen to them stuff. It's like how why Afro beats is huge. It's because you talk about a nation that has over hundreds of millions of people. You know what I'm saying? That have
Yeah,
access
no, I agree.
to phones and just started to have access to all of the, you know what I'm saying, what we've been enjoying for the last couple of but we are not a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Even as black people, I just seen a map the other day where they were showing how they showed a map and it showed how many black people are in certain states, and some of them were just empty. Like it was like
Yeah,
0.1% of black people within that state. So imagine like it's when we talk about our culture, as much as it influences a lot of people all around the world, we don't have enough people of our own people to even support our culture. You know what I'm saying? Other people support. You go to like, and I know I'm segueing here, but you go to like Burning Man or one of these places and a black artist gets on stage, the whole crowd is full of white people going crazy. You know what
it
I'm saying?
definitely be that. And then
But they love the culture and they embrace the culture. But this is the phenomena of what we have going on. You know what I'm saying? So just to, get back to what we were saying, I feel as if Tubi is like the new grounds, and what Tubi did is what Netflix. It was hard. I think Netflix got too big to where they had to narrow the entry. You know what I'm saying?
that makes sense.
But Tubi was wide open to receive anything. You could damn near. It was almost like you could just upload to Tubi, like you uploaded to
It wa
like
to
DistroKid or
YouTube.
one of these music YouTube and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you just do a movie, shoot something outside right now, and just press upload. You
It
know what I
definitely
mean?
started that way.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Feel me?
That's why I started with Tubi
You
with that.
feel me?
Like I
So
was
it
the
had like a
yes.
a billion, and Detroit to me is like the hub of independent, you know what I'm saying, creators. You know what I mean?
It
They were
for
just
Black
ready to get
independent
on top.
filmmaking?
But
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
they are
Yes.
that's where they all are. And I feel that they kind of took advantage of that, and because it became a platform where a lot of bad filmed
It
production
started.
was being shown.
Yeah.
They have started to realize that, hold on, we need to start to compete with Netflix. So now we're gonna have to narrow the entry to what we allow on our platform. But it's still amazing. People still love it. And it's almost like listening to, for me, I look at Tubi like listening to, say, an independent artist. You know what I'm saying? That people don't know yet, but it's about to blow up.
Okay.
You know what
I
I'm
like
saying?
that.
But
That's an interesting perspective.
Netflix, yeah, Netflix is like an artist that we all know that's on the radio and we see on the blogs every day. You know what I'm saying? So I feel it's like for me it's almost like apples and oranges. So I really can't like per se say one's better than the other. I do know that to get on Netflix right now is actually harder than Tubi for independent artists. Tubi is the way. You know what I mean? Till somebody else hint
Dun, dun, dun. Um, alright.
that
Dun, dun,
rival
dun.
that. You know what
That
I
part.
mean?
Um,
Right.
Ray, what you got? So, Tubi versus
Uh
Netflix, filmmaker,
so it was
Tubi versus Netflix,
Netflix
audience.
versus Tubi,
As an audience person and as a filmmaker, which one is
yeah,
better?
audience. I was of course Tubi is better for the audience because you you get an opportunity to watch these films for free. You know what I mean? Like you
Okay.
watch TV, so you get ads, you get your commercials. You know what I mean? So that ad coming on ain't changed nothing. You know what I mean?
Ray,
So
this is your break to actually promo your joint right now, right? You had that right
Yeah.
there. It's right there. You got to throw that hook right there in the water.
right, yeah. I mean, but the whole point of the audience having the opportunity to watch films for free compared to having to pay. And I think the pay now, the cheapest is what, $14.99? Something
I
like
don't even
that?
know. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Netflix,
I have
yeah,
T-Mobile, so T-Mobile give it to me and
$7.99.
seven. Oh,
is
it's
it
still seven?
7.99?
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
Google
what I
it.
Seven
pay.
ain't bad.
I'm
That's
gonna
what I
Google
pay.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, seven ain't bad. So $7.99. Not bad. But at the same time, you will watch better films for $7.99. But they also have older films. So if you're like, oh, I can just go back and watch something that I haven't seen in a while, get Rich or Die Trying. It's on your wall. I'm sure that's on Tubi. You know what I'm
It's on
saying? So
Tubi. Yeah.
yeah, so you can go watch that. You know, love don't cost a thing. You know what I mean? um with Nick and Christina, you know. I think that's Blue Streak right there. I don't even see the whole
It's
poster, but it's
probably Blue
to
Streak. It's
to
probably,
your right. To your right.
yeah, that's Blue Streak. That's
Yeah,
blue.
that's
That's
Blue
my
Streak. That's
movie
my
The
too.
shit. Yeah,
Netflix got
that's
it
my shit.
too,
That's
man.
my shit. So you have that opportunity as an audience to go and watch that compared to Netflix that doesn't have as much, or even if Netflix have it, you're paying. So I audience wise, I give it Tubi. Independent producer, whatever you want to look at it wise, I think the deals that we talked about with Corey, if Netflix offered that deal,
Take it.
y'all would take it. That's where I was going. You would take it. That's where I was going. Like you gonna take it because now your audience is crazy once you get about that deal. You know,
That
or
part.
even going through the deal. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's where I was going with it. You saw where I was going with it, but that's what it is. So far as audience wise, yeah, Tubi wins out. It's free. You can go watch, enjoy, do this, that, and the other. See some up and coming actresses, up and coming writers, up and coming directors. You know, watch 24 hours. You know, stuff like that. So, yeah, you know what I mean. You can do that, but then when it comes to Netflix, it's like, if you on the other end of it, the production part of it, you like, ooh, I want to be over there. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and you see the difference. You know, there you
Okay.
have it.
All right. Interesting. Okay, so the pricing for Netflix standard with ads is $7.99 a month. So you got to pay to see ads on Netflix, right? Which I mean,
Pay to
Netflix
see
is
ads.
Netflix, which is crazy. Like I'm not paying it. I'm just going. Hell nah, I ain't got it. Standard is $17.99 a month. You can add one extra member for $6.99 a month. And then month with ads, $8.99 with that. And then premium is $24.99 a month. Add up to 2 extra members for $6.99 each. So this is getting outrageous, right? At
It
this
is.
point, if you
Thank
got,
God for T-Mobile.
yes, but I'm just saying, think about if you got Netflix, you got Prime Video, you got HBO, and then if you got YouTube TV, we back to the cable prices. Ain't nobody actually saving money anymore off of these
They
subscriptions.
wasn't
So
gonna
I'm
give you that. They wasn't gonna give you that for free. They was just waiting on how to tie them all together. That's how capitalism works.
No, but I'm pointing it out to people at home, right? You get what I'm saying? We thought we were getting away from these cable prices, and here we are again. When you add up all the money you spend on subscription, it should have just stayed at cable because remember,
Tubi gonna do that too soon. Trust me.
I agree.
I agree.
Let
They're
them
gonna
get
do
on
it.
the let them get on the stock market or something. It's over.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's
Agree.
Then we're
happening?
gonna come along and be free and
That
get
part.
all what
Yeah,
and get all what they was getting. Facts.
let
So
me answer.
please, Tubi, hurry up. Tubi, hurry up. Go
Hurry up.
start
Run it up.
charging.
Start charging.
Just start charging.
Let me answer and then we
Yeah.
can go to the next topic. All
Fine.
right. So my answer is for the viewer. I think it's hard. Better is relative. I think it really depends on what is your goal as an audience. If your goal is just to find entertaining content, right? If you're a black, I'm gonna say Tubi because the variety of finding black content on Tubi, regardless of the quality, you will find high quality, mid, low, whatever. Is on Tubi. So I'm
Yeah.
saying if you're black, then Tubi is just the better choice right
We have
now.
our own category.
We have our own category, you know what I'm saying, on Tubi because we didn't took over, which is great, right? If you are non-black, I'm gonna say go watch on Netflix. You're probably gonna find something that identifies with you more faster, right, on Netflix. Not saying you can't find it on Tubi, but you'll get there a lot quicker. So that's like from an audience perspective. The other
I
thing.
have a question, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. The other thing I'm gonna say that why black people love Tubi is the free element, right? Because we don't want to pay for it. We don't want to pay, even though we're gonna blow some money on our nails, we're gonna blow some money on Breezy Bow and Beyonce. We don't want to come up with a subscription. Remember, black people was ciphering off people's cables, right? And trying to steal cable from the neighbor. Like we've been on this for so long. It's almost cultural. The concept of us paying for entertainment is just not something that like
Rightfully
it goes
so.
well.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully
I
so.
think, hold that thought though. I think that if they don't want to give reparations to black people, that's one thing they should give black people. Everything free. Free rent, free everything. And
They ain't
the
doing
only thing we pay for is for entertainment.
You know why we ain't gonna get free rent, Johnny?
But why?
Cause our ass gonna want to move right next to their ass.
So then they give us a whole city. Give us
Put
like
me in
5
Central
cities.
City right now, man.
give us our own. Give
Give
us
us
our
like
own.
Yeah.
Give us
We're
our
back
give
to
us like 10
segregation. We're
let's
back
give
to
us 10
segregation.
10 cities, B.
We
But the
don't have
only
the
thing we
time.
should be able to pay for is stuff that we do for ourselves, that we love. Like you said, the Beyonce concert or the
We paying for
Breeze
that.
Bowl or
We'll
the
run a
you know
credit
what I'm
card up.
saying? You know for
Credit
We
card
know.
be
We
easy.
can, I bet you there's somebody who. I bet you,
Davis. You know what I'm saying? With our own
There's
people.
somebody right now that pay for both, talking about I'm gonna pay for it when taxes come back.
no,
I don't even
beyond
want to
that,
get
there's somebody who probably got a check cash. They probably got a check cash loan to go to Breezy Bowl. They ain't got the check cash.
You feel me?
All right, let me finish.
Somebody got that.
All right, for the independent filmmaker though, like, cause I've literally had meetings with people at Netflix. Like, I've literally had meetings with people who are at like Disney, right? Like, I think that it is without a doubt, like AVOD platforms, whether it's Tubi, Pluto, all these platforms are way more advantageous for you as a filmmaker than going the route of getting on a bigger platform like Netflix when you're at a lower budget level. Now, if you had $1 million, I'm gonna say not even million, if you had a $500,000 or above like film budget, right? You had that
budget.
capital, however you got it, whatever, right? Then of course go the Netflix, Hulu, whatever route, because that's gonna be the avenue that you make back your money, right? But like of all the independent filmmakers we know, especially the people of color, who has that money? It's not happening,
Right.
right?
Who's gonna get that? Even not even who have it. Who's gonna give it to us? You know what I'm
No,
saying?
they're not. They're not giving it to you. And
Mhm.
like, because their business models, beyond we can add the whole racial element, right? But their business models are not set up to take quote unquote risk, right? Because, and risk, whether you black, whatever, it's working with people I haven't worked for who produce the things that I know that it's going to turn around and make me some money at the level that I want to make. That's how they view it. It's very much black and white, right? There's an added layer in it for us because okay, well, you never give us the chance to prove that we can do it, right? That's a us perspective. But from their perspective is we are working with this producer, this director, this company because they've either done this and it made $100 million or they've done it and it worked for us. So we're not changing what it is. The same reason why on sets and stuff you see the same people over and over again because I know such and such is going to deliver. That's all it is for them. So I'm not giving Tyrone this $2 million check to go make this movie and bring it back. Cause I don't know if Tyrone or you know what I'm saying, or Jerry or Sherry is going to execute with the film. Is the film going to get completed, or is that money going to end up, you know, on rims? Like that part. That is literally
Right.
their
Or friends.
perspective.
Is he gonna
Like,
show up with chains and everything?
he gonna show up with chains. Is that our film money? You showing up to the meeting with
That
that
watch
is
is nice. Like,
that watch is
where'd
real
that come
nice.
from?
Like that part.
That AP is
That
nice.
is
Basically, their motto was if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's the
Which
point that I'm making. So from a filmmaker's perspective, the only way you can kind of control the most way you can control in the end, right? What you're spending, and then to a certain extent, which we talked about at exhaustion of what you're making, is by going directly to a platform where an audience is at, and that's what Tubi is. So my answer for the viewer, I feel like if you're Black, Tubi, like if you're not Black, Netflix. For filmmakers, I'm gonna say if you're don't have access to capital. And that's not even just a Black thing. That's just a universal thing, but it's for sure a Black thing. We don't have access to the same investors, capital, whatever, right? Then it's Tubi all day long, that part. We got time for one more topic. We're gonna pause on the third one. We're gonna finish with this. We're gonna talk about AI. And we're gonna talk about how do we think AI is going to affect TV, filmmaking, like whatever, this whole entertainment spectrum. And then the real question is negative, positive, or in between? Like, is it going to affect it negative, positive, or in between? That's the question. Last time I started with Johnny, I'm going to start with Ray.
It's gonna fuck it up. That's it. That's it. What else is it to say?
that's
Because
funny.
now you're taking real actors. We're going to be watching, and it's crazy because they're going to be able to get an AI actor or character, however you want to look at it, and in a moment, that motherfucker can cry. That give you that emotion, make you feel a certain type of way. So it's like, damn, like I'm used to getting that from an actual person that studied and worked hard to learn that. And now they just type it in. Going back to Inside Out, that animation movie for kids, where the character had people inside this room controlling her feelings.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy to even think about. So what? No more Denzel. What's his name? Denzel. No more Denzel. You know, no more of our great actors. Now we're just in AI. Because why would you pay an actor $20 million? Because that's what he's getting. That's what Leonardo is getting. That's what the rest of them is getting. Will and all them getting. No more of that. And we're going straight to just where you can punch in. So for business, great. But for the consumer, the fans and the viewers, it's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, what are we gonna do? So I don't know. I'm not either of the three. It's fucked up. Like that's what's gonna
Okay.
happen because yeah.
We got Ray's. Let's get Johnny's, and then I'll chime in. Go ahead, Johnny.
Well, I see where Ray's coming from, but I see it as we've already had AI in a sense that, the way the world is, as humans, we like the next thrill. You know what I'm saying? We don't like being stuck in the same thing. So then we create shit. And sometimes we create shit that's out of our, expectation. Like, oh, hold up. I didn't mean to create this shit, but it's gone now. It's its own creation. Even though it might not be there to create but destroy, we created it. You know what I'm saying? It's like having a kid that turned out to be a bad kid. You know what I'm saying? And that's what AI is. I feel AI is here to stay.
That's a good That's a good analogy, though. Like,
You know
oh
what I mean?
damn.
I feel it's here to stay because we created it. There's nothing we think we've ever created has still been here. And if you were to time travel back to 1840 and told your great grandfather, like, yo, hold this iPhone for me, he'll throw that shit in the fucking water, in a river. Like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? Because to him, it's an alien tool, not a human tool. He's used to holding hammers and nails and shit like that. And here you come with some new technology from the future. It's evil to him. This is not in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? This is not, you know what I'm
That
saying?
part. The
So,
hell is this?
Right.
going through right now. You know what I'm saying? The kids, like the Sky and her generation, it'd be normal to them because they would have
Mhm.
known how to. Because you got to remember, this is just the early stages of AI. You know what I'm saying? So we still have a whole lot to go. Like it's so much to do and so much more. And I feel that it's gonna change and it's gonna evolve itself. We're gonna find, the dark areas and lighten it up. Might not be, I don't think it's our generation. I think we just fucked up all over the place. You know what I'm saying? On every level. You know what I'm saying? Just out of playing and tinkering with shit like a mad scientist and shit and blew up in
And
our
we
face.
messed around and found out.
You know, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
and now we all stuck with it. Like, so what we going, how we going? Listen, it's nothing we could do right now. You know what I mean? But find the good in it. You know what I'm saying? Because I myself, I play around with it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? For me, I create like Afrofuturistic, like what if movies? What if, you know what I'm saying, Malcolm X never died? What if I create shit like that? What if we can go back to the past and tell, these African villages and chiefs and warn them of certain incoming doom? You know what I'm saying? I try to create something that's more positive with it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else and what they do with it, that's their own prerogative. But for me, I feel as if we use it for better, you know what I'm saying, it'll evolve, it's here to stay. It's not changing. You know what I'm saying? The things I've seen, the crazy stuff I've seen, it's just because I feel as if a knife in the hand of a murderer kills. A knife in the hand of a doctor heals. You know what I mean? So
That's
it's
the
really
truth.
who's holding the tool.
Doctors be killing too.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but it's the same shit. Leave it to right. He blew
Look,
up the
look,
whole metaphor.
yeah, you know,
He blew up that's that
you know what I
Chicago stuff, man.
mean?
That's just
You know what I'm saying? So basically, yeah.
Duh,
Why you have to go anti with that, man? You know where I was headed with that. You know what I mean?
Everybody know where you went with that.
But
everybody
It hit
knows
right
you
on
read.
point.
really
Yeah,
who's
it hit.
holding the tool and how they, you know what I'm saying, program it to do, greater things. We all seen that movie with Will Smith, and that's what we all go back to. Like, yo, what if this happens? And
Smart.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And the thing about it is, unfortunately, most of the movies that gets created, like it really comes to pass type shit. You know what I mean? But the probability is still 0.1. So we as a people, we still control our destiny and control our future. And so we just got to get in front of it, you know what I'm saying, before it gets berserk, you know what I'm saying? And we have the power to do that. The same way we created this, we can create, it's so much more within us to create and not destroy. I think it's great. And I think, like I keep saying, it's here to stay. It's just gonna go to the next level. Like most of these Elon robots, everybody's gonna eventually have those. You thinking not? But when they create a prototype that, and then the ad comes on TV where it's showing you that it cleans the house and washes your clothes, does your laundry and washes your chores and shit. Once they
I'm
create
getting it.
this,
I'm just not getting it from him.
you know what I mean?
I get it.
Like,
I'm
because
getting it.
people are so against it, like, oh, nah, I ain't getting that. Da, 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 da. But once they create, you know what I mean, a story around it that shows a benevolent being, it's over. And then the price is
That price, that part. When
right.
that price is
Yeah.
achievable,
It's
it's the same thing they said about electric cars. "Oh, I'm not getting that." Then that price
exactly.
went
And
down,
look
and
at and,
everybody
and
got
look at the streets. It's all electric cars. You know what I'm saying? And so, and but this is the problem, like I said, they had back then, 100, 200 years ago, even with the cars we have now. You know what I'm saying? They was like, nah, I ain't rocking that. You know what I'm saying? What's that? What? No, I'm not driving that. You know what I'm saying? And now everything changes. It's like TVs. They had the tube joints where they like click, click, one, click, click. You know what I'm saying? And the antenna, you gotta like, you know what I'm saying? Mess with the antenna for the shit to be clear and hit the TV a couple of times. You know what I mean? For the picture to come up normal. And they're like, nah, with the minute that these joints, the plasma joints came out, people was like, nope, I'm not having that. Now
I remember
everybody
when
that
the flat TV came out. I remember that when the flat TV came out, it was like, man, everybody, I just remember all the dads talking about, yo, my dad was like, Michelle finna get us, we're gonna get us a 40-inch, the
see,
flat TV, and like that was the
you know
new
what I'm saying?
thing.
That's, you feel me? It's like microwaves. People were like, oh nah, it's radioactive, and if you put your food in it, you're gonna turn into a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Flying roaches.
Everybody got microwaves.
Everybody, nobody can't say they only use microwaves. You know what I'm saying? So it starts off as a conspiracy theory with all of these new things. Cause to us, it's new because we forgetting that dimensionally we moving into a whole new dimension. We ain't in a third dimension no more. That's old science shit. We like fourth going into the fifth. So things change.
We're
Technology
mhm.
changes
Mhm. No,
along with it, and it
I
scares
agree.
us. You feel me? It
Yeah.
shakes us like hold on, what the hell's going on? But it precedes us. We forgetting that we gotten smarter as human beings. We because nobody's knocking on your door. You know what I'm saying? Even God's not waking you up. Like you smarter today. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you gonna be 30 today? No, that it just happens. You know what I'm saying? It just happens. So we just got, and then we wake up to it like, hold up, this is something new, and we gotta really adapt to it. No different than how we had when the phones came in from the regular phones that we used to play the snake on that joint. You know what I mean? And it was like some shit to us. Like, yo, you got the snake on your joint, you play the snake, you know what I mean? And now we got a whole, you know what I'm saying, and from the flip, the razor phone type shit, you know what I'm saying? But now we got the iPhones. Everybody got an iPhone or Android, you know what I'm saying? And that's normal as day to us. So I feel like that's what it's gonna be. Cause ChatGPT normal, you know what I'm saying? ChatGPT normal now. Everybody go on
I use it.
Instagram. Everybody,
Yeah,
oh,
everybody using it now.
GPT, that's like a calculator from back in the days. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's like a dictionary. Nobody even use them no more. A thesaurus. Nobody even use them no more. Oh yeah, Google. It's got to the point
Google.
nobody even talk
Google.
about
Yep.
Google no more.
Everybody's just going
Chat
to Chat
GPT.
GPT. I know they hot. I know Google is hot.
I still Google though. I still
I
Google for
sometimes
my
off of
sports
something
and stuff like
small,
that.
like yeah, convenience, but at the same time, it's like I know they have already done layoffs, so they're pissed. But let me chime in. I'm in between. My thing is in between. I think in the short term, I feel like in the short term, from a media entertainment perspective, like in the short term, I definitely know black people. We could tell the difference between AI. The technology is not to the point, right, where we're gonna sit there and watch an hour and a half movie of AI. It's just it doesn't matter if the acting is good or not. Like we're just not there. Just like we ain't. It's gonna be probably 50 to 75 years before we let a robot do the weave. Like it's just facts. This is how we are. We black men don't even want to go to a different barber. So you think they're gonna sit down and let a robot cut their hair? Like it's not happening
Mhm.
for us. It's gonna take a lot for us to get there. I agree with like Sky, right? My daughter, her generation, they're gonna grow up seeing that type of content. So like it'll be normal for them. I think that in the next 10 years, it becomes almost like its own genre. Like I think how we look at anime or cartoons or animation they're going to be people who are interested in watching AI films and it becomes like a that type of thing. And it might even be in the next 5 years it becomes a that type of thing. And I think that to Ray's point though, I don't think that it replaces our mega stars, right? Because you still want a certain level of something. It's like energy is like something you can't like, I don't know, weigh. You get what I'm saying? It's like something you feel from a Denzel or a Viola Davis performance that's always gonna feel missed from an AI performance. And our generation, we're gonna end up being like our grandparents, you know, that generation be like, woo, are they gonna pass away yet? Not to say we want them to die, but like because the way that they view the world, like the people who are 80 and 90, for us is so antiquated. And I think it's gonna feel like that for the younger generation, and how we view technology is gonna feel like that when we get that age. We're gonna still want to watch certain types of content. So I think that it doesn't fully replace it until our generation kind of goes and passes away. That's my thought process because we want a certain type of thing. It's a taste thing, right? It's just like when it comes to my parents' generation, their version of hip hop is totally different than the young people, the kids now. Like it's way different. They don't want to listen to none of that. And I think like we ain't gonna want to watch none of that. I think it's gonna be one of those situations, right? To where as long as we're still here, it's not gonna fully replace live actors and like that vibe. That's just my perspective, right? Does it eventually get to that point? Yes, because the financial aspect, to Ray's point, it is a lot cheaper for you to just pay somebody. And right, it might be expensive now, but these folks you could pay overseas to do the same thing. They're gonna figure out how to do it, and they're gonna be 10 times cheaper. Marvel and all of them, there's certain portions of Marvel movies that they literally outsource to developers there because it's a lot cheaper for them to make it, and then they leave certain parts out here for our developers because they're more expensive, they can control in more, right? So I think from a production standpoint, we're going to start to see like verticals, short films, full AI films in the next 2 to 3 years, but I don't think it's taking over. It might take over on social media. I'm going to add this point, right,
But
too. Yes.
okay.
No, I'm almost done. No, I'm almost done. What I've been saying, my fear though, the problem is that we're currently in an administration where there's already disinformation that they're putting out, right? Where we're already in a situation, an environment where a lie is not a lie and the truth is not a truth from the administration, right? And so my issue is, I think in previous administrations, this would have been addressed on a national and a global scale. How are we going to compete with AI? How are we going to make sure that AI doesn't have negative impacts on our youth, right? I don't think that that is a focus, which is a problem, right? Because to your point, Johnny, like who has the knife? Right? It's a lot better when the people who have the knives, who have the access to the technology, are trying to use AI for good purposes versus just think about back in the Cold War days, right? You let the at that time you let the Russians catch up to you. Who develops the nuclear bomb first, right? Like that's a real thing. So I think as long as we don't have the right people in charge with that perspective, it becomes a problem. So I'm in between. I'm not gonna say it's all the way effed up. I do see Ray's perspective, like I do think it gets there, just not that fast, right? And I also see Johnny's perspective of from us, it could be a good thing. And the other thing I'm going to say is we need to be advocating for our children to learn that mess now, right? Don't run away from your kids
Mhm.
interacting with AI. Don't run away from your kids interacting with Chat GPT. We need to tell our Black children you need to get into coding. You need to get into computer science. You need to be the ones who know how to operate these systems so you can be employed or you can create the business that's going to help or whatever it is. Otherwise, we get left behind. And that was my last point. What were you going to say, Ray? And then we could wrap.
Well, as you broke it down, I started to think like, what's the difference with AI
Hmm.
and animation? So,
So yeah, the difference is they're making
Exactly.
AI to try to look like real people, right? And but I still think
okay,
that
and
real
animation, they
is
left it
real.
as a cartoon looking.
It's
Okay,
made to look like a cartoon. However,
okay,
I still think that, and the thing is, it's just like with music, right? You can train a robot to do certain things. We can train a robot to make a beat. You can train a robot to mimic something. And eventually, I guess, that's always what the robot movies are about. When they start to have their own sense of consciousness, then what, right? But as
Mhm.
long as human beings have imperfections, it is our imperfections that make our creative content, right? And our uniqueness stand out. It's Denzel Washington's walk. You can teach a robot that walk, but we all can feel when he walks. You know what I'm saying? We still have feelings. We still have feelings. So I don't think the content hits on us, especially us that know the difference, right? That much. You see the point that I was trying to make, that as long as our generation is here, I don't think that it takes over all of the media content, because we're going to know the difference. No?
Right.
I mean, that's like
Um
saying, but that's like saying, oh, hold on, we only got, okay, cool, my fault. I just want to put one thing out
mm,
there.
okay.
But you know what? You're right. Let me just end on that note. But I'm gonna say this though. As far as AI content's taking 3, 4 years to resonate, I don't think that's what's gonna happen. Cause I feel as if already, like myself, I'm building a website with just AI movies that I've created
Mm,
already. But they're shorts. They like 20 seconds. They're already successful on TikTok. And I know TikTok is going down. So I just transferred them. So and I'm gonna just
that
start
was
keep
smart.
building it. And I feel as if I'm making Afrofuturistic movies. I'm just sticking to that niche
Mhm.
specifically. You know what I'm saying? And to also add to that is you actually can make cartoons from AI with AI.
You
Because I'm
can. You
some
can,
of the
yeah.
books that I've created, like my cartoons, I'm starting to like make them too into cartoons, you know what I'm saying, with AI. And
Mhm.
it's tedious like anything, you know what I'm saying, and it takes a lot of energy and focus and a lot of your time. But I'm working with it and I'm learning it. And I feel like everybody should learn AI because if you don't learn it, it's gonna be one of those things that in the future you're gonna look back like, man, I should have learned how to I
That
should have,
part.
you know what I'm saying? I should have learned how to work the computer. Like them old people that be like, I don't even know how to
They be like,
Google.
Can't even do
"Oh,
nothing
I
on it.
should've I should've put my business on social media." Like,
Media.
you know how many that part. I
Yeah.
feel like
We don't
I
wanna
feel
be
like
them
that's
old
probably
people. We don't wanna be them old people, trust me, because
don't be
that's
them
how it's gonna
people.
look.
Don't be don't be them people. That's probably the best way that's the best way to rap. I think the takeaway is regardless of what you feel, you better learn that mess.
Right, right.
You better
Yeah.
learn it like that
Learn
part.
it
Learn that mess for sure.
if you like it or not.
You
It's
learn it.
it's fun. It's
I
fun. It's fun. It's like
it could definitely be fun. Great
challenging is
episode.
fun.
Great episode of the Cast and Couch People, episode 6. We are on our road to episode 10.
Woo!
It is
Yes,
happening.
sir.
We are your co-hosts. Find us on social media. Shout us out. But you come be a guest on the show. Whatever it is that you want to do. Your co-host Kennedy Scribe Castro, Ray, Johnny Crown, Ray Johnson. We out.